welcome into the Cactus Golf Podcast, episode number 93. I have my fearless comrade back from vacation.
Back from the vacay, baby.
Back from the abyss, known as South Carolina, right?
Yes.
Yeah, South Carolina,
Yeah, you're right. Every time I told someone we went to Hilton Head, I don't think a single person was like, besides you, said South Carolina. Everyone's like, oh, that's North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, it's the literal southmost part of South Carolina.
Yeah, it's right next to Georgia.
Like,
we
literally could see Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, it was so close. So, congratulations. You're the only person.
Geography in school is just...
It's getting worse.
I guess COVID, the online classes didn't do anybody.
I guess so.
I guess.
They were mostly older people, but that's okay.
Okay, well,
They're just not smart.
It's you gotta it's like working out. You gotta flex. You gotta use it. You gotta use it. And apparently, people don't use their geography brain, their muscle.
No, they don't. No, they don't at all.
I used to be really good at geography. You ever had I remember a test fourth grade or something like that.
Okay.
Had to do all the state capitals and all the state abbreviations. I was the only one to get 50 out of 50 on both. I definitely could not do that now. No chance.
No.
Abbreviations.
I'm writing thank you cards and I'm abbreviations, and I did it the other day. I said it was some state, and I was completely wrong when I looked it up, and I forgot what it was. It started with an A. It was either Alabama, and I thought it was something else. I forgot what it was. What abbreviation it was. I'm not good with that.
Yeah.
I'm not good with abbreviations at all.
It's the weird ones, Idaho's ID.
What's Alaska's abbreviation? AK? Or is that
AL, right? Or is that Alabama?
See, that's where I
No, it's AK. Yeah.
That's where I messed up with. It was like Alaska, Alabama, and Arkansas.
I think Alabama's AL, Alaska AK, Arkansas AR.
Okay. AR AK. Hey. That's interesting.
So geography lesson there.
Have you seen real last little thing about geography? Have you seen the people on TikTok that will see a street photo and then we'll have to map it exactly where it's at?
I've seen people that do that. They can do that. Yeah.
That's I don't know. Again, this is on social, so they obviously post it. So it could be all fake stuff. But
I don't.
It some of this is they're incredibly
they zoom in on Google Maps or something like that.
Well, no. They'll just it's a game, I guess, and it will just spit out a picture, and then you can zoom in the picture, but you can't move down farther in the picture. In a street level, you can go farther down the street. It'll just show you a picture. And let's say there'll be a trash can, so we'll zoom in on the trash can, and they'll be like, oh, Georgia only has blue trash cans, so it's got to be Georgia. And then they're looking even farther, there's an easement, so only this part of Georgia has easements before. It's really crazy. It's very, very crazy. Again, it could be staged.
That's one of those pointless knowledge.
Yes.
What's the point?
Yes.
Great.
100%.
Good for you.
It is very pointless. They have a lot of followers, but I don't really know how you monetize that.
I don't know how many views, I guess.
That's about it. That's about it.
All right, let's go and get in here. Episode number 93. We got I got a few news and notes here. Got obviously Genesis Scottish review. Got LIV Valderrama review. We'll go ahead and get into obviously the main event after that with the Open Championship, then some betting corner. I do have a few things here starting off the bat. Open Championship purse. I know we usually get that later, but it was raised to $17 million.
This is the first major where I saw the purse release before the event.
Yeah, the Masters was out during round one or something like that. I think. Yeah.
At least when they came out with it, so I was surprised to see that, and happy to see that. So I can actually say this in the podcast what the actual purse is, because usually for majors we're well, last year it was this, but it'll probably be this because we never had any idea. So
$17 million and 3.1 to the winner, which is $500,000 more than last year. So not too substantial, but it's pretty nice.
Inflation.
If Scottie's pretty disappointed because 3.1 is less than he's used to. But,
he won't.
But everybody else will be pretty happy. The next thing I had here is Riviera gonna host the 2028 Olympics in LA. So shout out Riviera.
We gotta go.
2028. Yeah, sure. Remind me in 3 years.
We're booked in. No, we're locked. No. There's no reminding. You're just gonna have to know you're booked. That's it. We're done.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We got. Well, no, the World Cup's next. Oh wait. 2026 World Cup. That's right. It's here.
Is it here?
Yeah. Well, it's split between Canada, us, and Mexico, but mostly in the U.S.
Okay.
So then the last thing here, I have Harry Hall. We didn't really do a preview last week. I just had a couple notes on it, and we aren't previewing the alternate field this week, but Harry Hall did win the alternate field last week, the alternate tournament last week, the ISCO Championship for his first PGA win. It was a 5-way playoff. Did you see that? 5-way playoff. Two bogeyed the first playoff hole, so it was then a 3-man playoff for the second hole, and then it went into a third playoff hole, and Harry Hall chipped in.
I saw the chip in.
Eagle
That was pretty cool.
To win.
That was pretty cool to see.
So Harry Hall does miss out on the open field, but he does get 300 FedEx points, and that moves him from 134 to 80 in the FedEx rankings. So he's knocking on the door of that top 70 cutoff to get into the FedEx Cup playoff. So that's pretty clutch for him.
Yeah. Did you talk last week about Keegan Bradley being announced as the Ryder Cup captain? That was your post on Insta is going pretty solid right now, which was pretty funny. I was watching that.
He came out. I mentioned it last week. He came out and said he's not going to pick himself unless he qualifies top 6. So I think that's good. That's cool.
Yeah. No politics.
I think I like that. If he auto qualifies, then that'd be cool to see a player captain. But and we saw Rory come out recently and said that he for the 2028 Ryder Cup, that's the year. People were asking like, oh, would you be the captain for Europe? And he's like, no, because I want to play and I don't want to be a player captain, basically. So
fair enough.
So we got those notes there, and then I saw today. I got my notes. I mentioned it last week. I don't know why Tiger turned it down. He didn't really come out and say, but until today, I saw a quote. I need to pull the quote exactly here. Basically, it was saying that he, there's an old quote here. I'm not going to read it, but it basically is like, I'm being pulled in a lot of different directions with like negotiating the PGA kind of thing, and he's got his online golf, virtual golf kind of thing going on. So he said basically he's just being pulled in a lot of different directions, and that's why he wasn't the captain for us, which makes sense. I mean, it's fair enough. He probably does have a lot going on.
Yeah. Do you think Michael Jordan's gonna be the co-captain?
Well, there's a lot of them.
Vice captain or whatever.
I think they have I think they have like 6 to 10 vice captains. I think usually. Yeah. So I think I heard that he's like gonna have a role. I don't know what that means, but I think I heard something like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I heard somebody float the idea of John Daly. I don't know. I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know if that's vibes you want or not.
Loosen everyone up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's vibes you want. That'd be kind of funny to see.
Dragging ass getting into the course the next morning.
Yeah, I don't know if he's. I don't know if the outfits they have for him are bright enough for him. He might need to brighten it up a little bit with something. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I have for news and notes. Do you have anything before we?
No.
Let's keep trucking here. We got a little bit to get through here. So Genesis Scottish review here. Robert MacIntyre becomes the first Scot to win the Scottish in 25 years.
That's cool.
Colin Montgomery in 1999. Colin Montgomery also in the news. Did you see this? He was basically saying Tiger hang it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Tiger's like, hey, I won these, so I'm qualified till I'm 60. So I can basically play till I'm whenever I want, basically.
He said it was essentially I'm qualified till I'm 60 and you're not.
Yeah.
That was his thing. You're not. So that was
I mean, Colin Montgomery probably just want to shut your mouth on that one, but I don't think he's wrong. I see nuclear golf is is Tiger going to get number 16 this week? I'm like, no, literally no. He's not. Sorry, he's not going to get 16 ever. Sorry, it's not happening. He can't even finish events. It's not happening, unfortunately. But Colin, probably just shut your mouth on that.
Yeah. That was a. He must have walked with his tail between his legs. And be like, I shouldn't have poked.
You're right, but just zip it up.
Yeah, that's something you say.
But going back to Robert MacIntyre here, so he gets. Did you see the controversial drop that he got? The free drop that he got on 15.
No. So
he hit it into the really thick stuff, and he was taking a quote unquote practice swing. I didn't see it live, but I saw I was watching, but I was I think walking around when it happened, and took a practice swing because he's trying to get a gauge on how thick it is, how is it going to react to the club, and apparently his spikes when he took the swing, he felt a sprinkler head underneath his spikes, and so that affects your lie, your stance, so you get a free drop from that. But it was hard to tell because it looked like a pretty real swing. A practice swing, you don't it's different, obviously. Your pace and everything's different, and it kind of did look like a full swing. And so people were like, "Well, was that a full swing?" And then, people are arguing.
Did he hit the ball?
No, he didn't hit the ball.
Oh.
So yeah, she came through.
Oh,
And
so
people were
saying
thinking
they thought he whiffed.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And it did kind of look like that. I mean, I didn't see it live. That probably would help if you saw it live, saw it full speed. I saw kind of a slowed down version, but it wasn't like super slow, so you can kind of tell like what it looked like. And
I mean, when he, I don't know if you know this answer. When he approached the ball when he approached for his practice swing, was his club head behind the ball?
they didn't really show that because it's so thick you can't see.
Yeah,
you can't see. But like he like did the practice swing and like did like the hand on hips kind of deal.
Yeah,
and it was like kind of frustrated kind of thing. And you can't tell if it's like, oh dang, like how am I gonna hit this, or it's like, oh dang, like what did I just do, kind of thing. It was kind of hard to tell. I don't know. I give him the benefit of the doubt generally on that kind of thing, but it's more about like the rule. It's like, should you get free relief from that? Because like he didn't even know, and like I don't know. And he got like not even like shouldn't you get relief, but like you should get relief. But his lie from like the drop was like immensely better.
Yeah.
Because the shot, like he was screwed basically. Like he knew he was screwed, and then the shot he got free relief took. Had a great lie. He dropped it nice and fluffy, right? And he took his wood out, and it was a par 5. This was a second shot, and he hit it from, I think, like 240 to like 6 feet. Mm-hmm. And that was the eagle that tied him. This was the 15th, or hole 16.
Yeah. I get
and that's when he tied the lead, and that's, the eagle tied the lead and really just won it. Like, I give the benefit of the doubt on, like, whether he whiffed or not, but it's like the rule. Should you be able to get like that much better of a lie from that just because your foot's on a sprinkler head?
Yeah, that's tough.
Like you shouldn't be able to change your lie like that. Like maybe just move it a little bit, but still like replicate that lie that you had, just not your foot's not on the sprinkler.
Yeah, that's tough. Because that happens.
And like you can slip on a sprinkler, so that's fair.
Yeah,
but you shouldn't be able to like just get just a way better lie.
Yeah. No, I get it. That's controversy. I can see.
It's not even like I wouldn't even say controversy. I don't want to say that. It's just like the rule probably just needs amended. And people are like, "Oh, the rules are the rules." Like, yeah, well, like we adjust rules all the time. Like people change rules all the time. We're gonna roll the freaking golf ball back. Like we can change rules.
Yeah, it's hard because it's like I don't know. We can go down a rabbit hole if we keep talking about this of like how do you find a lie that's equal enough to what you first started.
Well, you just like stay like he was literally in this tall. This stuff was like as tall as almost his waist. Almost.
Yeah.
And then he was in like just normal like not second cut, but it was like just fine, like kind of just thicker grass that's like maybe a couple inches tall, maybe.
Yeah.
So like stay in the thicker stuff. I don't know how you word that. I'm sure it's possible though.
Yeah.
But that was Robert MacIntyre. Cool to see the home win. I mean, it was super exciting. I don't know if you watched the final putt drop, but it was really sweet. It was a 22-foot putt to win. He sinks the 22-foot birdie on the 72nd hole to win in regulation over Adam Scott. Otherwise, it would have gone to a playoff, which would have been kind of interesting. But yeah, he wins it in regulation there on the 72nd hole. And it was really cool to see. I mean, it was super, obviously, all the Scottish crowd was super excited to see the homeboy win. And I can only imagine that he's partying up right now.
Yeah, I've seen some videos and photos.
I haven't seen him drinking.
Yeah, he's trashed. He was trashed.
He said he's probably not going to get to his media day till like Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah, he was. The videos and pictures are hilarious.
I guess today's Tuesday. So
he's trashed. Yeah. I wouldn't touch him.
Probably fade him this week.
I wouldn't touch him in any picks this week. Yeah, to miss the cut probably is what I'm thinking. No, I did see them. I saw some things too about Brian Harmon, like talking about what drinks he's had in the claret jug, and some people were like, hopefully, some of the comments so creative. Someone was like, hopefully Red Bull, so his swing routine's a little bit faster.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
That's good.
Yeah, there's some good ones. But
all right, let's get to the rest of the top 10 here. So after Robert MacIntyre, we had Adam Scott finished solo second, and then third, Romain Langasque. I think it's actually like Roman, but there's an I in there. T4, we had Aaron Rai, Rory McIlroy, Sahith Theegala, Colin Morikawa, and Sung Jae Im, and Ludwig Aubert. Aubert had it in his grasp and just kind of fell apart Sunday.
He did.
And then T10, we had Richard Mansell, who went really low on Sunday. Got himself up there in the T10. And then Wyndham Clark, Victor Perez, Alex Noren, Corey Connors, some other names here that we had not in the top 10. We had Tom Kim and Xander, T15. We had old boy Tommy Fleetwood, T34. Matthew Fitzpatrick and Nikolai Højgaard, T39. Victor Hovland, Davis Thompson, T46. JT, T62. Max Homa, T70. So some of the old boys network not getting it done here.
I saw after day one when JT had an early lead.
When
and we were talking with my dad, and I was like, he's like, oh, I think he's back. I think this is good. And I'm like, no. Just give it the rest of let him finish the weekend.
That was his only good day, I think.
That was literally, I think he shot I want to say he shot over par all 3 days after.
Yeah. And so, JT, Spieth, even Homa not doing too hot lately. And then missed the cut.
A tough year.
Yeah, missed the cut. We had Hideki, Spieth, and Zalatoris all missed the cut. So, just not getting it done, some of the bigger names here. So, I was talking to my friends when I played, Saturday, and talking about, the Ryder Cup team. It's Spieth, JT, there's almost no way they're on the team next
There
time.
Shouldn't be.
Almost no way.
There shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think Spieth's going to be in JT's shoes like he was last year, missing the FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna miss the FedEx. JT had a good start this season, I think, so he might be in there, but he's probably in danger again as well.
Homa's no chance. I don't feel like this year. Let's look it up.
I don't remember seeing his name. I didn't really look. I just looked for MacIntyre and Harry Hall's, FedEx finishes. There was some surprising names up there. I remember I was going to quiz you, but I decided not to. I guess you where they were in FedEx, but there's definitely some surprising names in the list, where they're placed at currently. It's Ben on number 11. I would never guess that.
No,
Ben on number 11 is really bizarre. Akshay 12, that makes sense. Pavon 15, he had those good JT 17, so he's solid. He started the year pretty high. He's had some good finishes in between.
60.
Yeah, so 60. So he's in danger there. If he missed the cut here, if he needs to do something here at the Open. We're running out of time. Like we mentioned a couple weeks ago, we're running out of time. There's only a few events left. Max Homa 32nd.
Oh, so better than I thought.
Surprisingly, Will Zalatoris is 41.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a run too.
He had a couple good finishes there. I'm surprised by that one, though. I'm surprised Aaron Rye's only 50th.
Yes, he's been...
Victor Hovland 51st.
Mm-hmm.
And he just hasn't played because he's been trying to get right off the course. But, he's kind of in a bit of a murky area there at 50. Yeah, Spieth at 60, like you mentioned. Yeah, just...
Is there anyone outside that...
Nikolai Højgaard outside. Justin Rose outside.
Kurt
Kitayama. Nobody. I'm not seeing anybody. Nick Dunlap's 93rd, but he obviously hasn't played in all of the events, and not all. His win didn't count.
Well, Ricky Fowler's not making it. That was kind of a no-brainer.
But for Nick Dunlap, if his win would have counted when he was an amateur, he'd be up there. Ricky,
We haven't said this name in a while. Joel Damon's not going to make it.
Joel Damon, your boy Taylor Montgomery.
Yeah, he's had a tough year too.
Adam Shanks just outside of it at 71, so hopefully we'll see him creep up in there. But it's kind of cool scrolling through that list. So let's keep moving here. Let's keep it moving. Do you have the two truths for our boy?
I do.
Bobby Mack.
So we done it obviously him already this season
just
so
a few
far.
Weeks ago.
So here he is again. He's 27 years old. He went to the University of St. Andrews. He turned pro in 2017.
I think you did something about college last time, like LSU or...
I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
It was he went to it was like Kennesaw State or something like that, but you said LSU, I think. So St. Andrews, lie.
Yeah. He went to McNeese.
That's what it was.
Yeah. State in Louisiana. So...
Kennesaw.
Good job remembering that.
Close enough, yeah. I thought it was, something college-related last time. I think you said it was LSU, but I think
I did actually remember. You said that,
yeah.
And then I remember saying this because it was Louisiana.
All right, let's move on to LIV Valderrama here. So Sergio Garcia gets the home victory in a double LIV playoff. Do you see that? Double LIV playoff, so team and individual. And Garcia had previously lost 3 playoffs on LIV. He's been close He's been snatched each time he's gotten to the playoffs on LIV, but he finally comes through, gets the win in the second hole after Anirban Lahiri literally gift wraps it. Did you see this? Well, you saw my post. Yeah. Yes. So the Anirban Lahiri blows literally a surefire victory. Like, he had it in the bag. Like, you could close your eyes and make that putt 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
On the 54th hole, LIV. After pushing, I hit a 2-foot putt.
Yeah.
Just sitting over it for the win. Blows.
It's a little bit of a breaker, but
yeah, because he tapped it.
Yeah.
If you just hit it like you probably should, it just falls right in.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, my friend. I don't know.
Yeah. So Anirban Lahiri just chokes it away. Sergio's Fireballs team also gets the team victory in the playoff over Lahiri's Crushers. And that's the first double playoff on LIV. Both the first time the individual and team have gone to playoff in the same tournament. And yeah, the Fireballs get the double there. And that's their home win. So the Fireballs, 3 of the 4 are from Spain. Sergio gets the individual. Team gets the team victory. So that's cool. That's the second time. What?
We had a double tournament home team win.
Yeah.
MacIntyre,
yeah.
And then.
Well, and also I was going to say we had the. Shoot, what's Cam Smith's team? Rippers?
Yeah.
Rippers won their home in Australia as well. Yeah. So that's kind of cool to see the home victories there.
4 aces won in the United States.
So didn't they? We got a few, haven't they?
Probably. Yeah. Or the Crushers, someone did.
Yeah, Yeah, I got a couple here. Let's go to the top 10 here. So, like I said, Sergio Lahiri 1-2. Tyrrell Hatton continuing a good streak here. He was solo third. T4, we had Patrick Reed, Louis Oosthuizen. T6, Cam Smith, Joaquin Neiman, Danny Lee. There you go, Danny Lee.
Hey-yo.
Climbing his way up. Solo ninth, we had Bryson, T10, Mark Leishman, John Rahm.
Danny was just running short on money. He just had to turn it up a little bit for the week.
Danny had to make rent here.
Yeah.
Danny was struggling. It was
Poor
good.
guy.
Yeah. But another notables here, DJ T17, Phil and Brooks T27. That's all I really had notable wise. Most of the big names were in the top 10.
Anthony Kim is bad.
Well, he actually was like solid. He was like top 10 for the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And then like 11 over on the final round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just bad.
I mean,
that was my notes.
He's getting, I want to say better, but then that final round just crushed him.
When do you think we'll see Rahm secure his first LIV win? Will it be this season?
Literally, we've said this several times. Every finish he's had on LIV has been top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And except the one that he withdrew, obviously. So every finish, but it just can't get it done. I'm doing some research because I didn't get my 2 truths for LIV.
I won't look.
Forgot to get my research done here.
He didn't go to Louisiana State University.
Well, no, I'm just kidding.
That would be wild. That would be crazy. I don't know if we're gonna see. I mean, we only have.
I think it's a matter of time.
2 or 3 more LIV tournaments this week.
Yeah.
Or this season, I should say. You got LIV UK and Greenbrier, right? Did you say that, Greenbrier?
I mean, he technically could just win the individual thing altogether.
True.
Technically.
True.
I mean,
Is this our next LIV tournament is the first one that actually has a sponsor? It is.
Does it?
Yeah. JCB. Do you know who JCB is?
I don't know what that is.
It's like
You know what that is?
Yeah. It's like a Caterpillar.
It kind of looks like kind of same color and stuff.
Yeah. The only reason why I know that because the Good guys played a course that was about to host a tournament in the UK, and that was the sponsor for that tournament. It's the only reason why I know that. You got my 2 truths?
Yeah, let's. I got a couple here. I just pulled up real quick. Okay, so number 1, Sergio, been around a little bit.
Yep, been on the block.
44 years of age.
Okay, that's the question. That's one of the things.
That's a truth fact.
Got it.
He lives in Austin, Texas.
That's interesting.
His favorite sports team is Barcelona. FC Barcelona, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know he's from Spain, so Barcelona, Spain would make sense, but he could be Real Madrid. But you might do that to me because I don't know soccer teams very well. Austin, Texas is so random. Maybe he's a Joe Rogan fan. He moved out there. 40-some years of age, I have no idea, so I'll just say that's true. I'll just take it as this statement. God, Austin just seems so random. I feel like he would still live somewhere in Spain. Yeah, I'll say Austin's a lie.
Nope, that's the truth. He is Real Madrid.
Damn, I was wondering if you were going to do that to me. Damn.
That felt like, honestly, that just felt like the easiest one to change real quick.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's fair. Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's an interesting one.
Not sure.
Maybe, was there other golfers there? Those Scotties, Texas.
Yeah, there's a... Yeah, I think he's more like Dallas, isn't he, though?
Yeah, but just Texas.
Yeah, Texas. I don't know. Don't know. Maybe he is friends with Joe Rogan. Who knows? Maybe we can ask him.
If he comes on Joe Rogan's podcast, I'll listen.
All right, let's move on to the main event here, the main course. 152nd Open Championship preview. Defending champion Brian Harman, old waggle Brian Harman. Royal Troon Golf Course, Troon, Scotland. Par 71, 7,385 yards. This is the longest Open Championship ever. Go figure. I wonder, so I was listening to something like a little podcast talking about the Open, and I wonder if they're going to keep the yardages for courses like long with the rollback. Because if not, like, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? Right? Because then like scores theoretically would still be just as low.
Yeah, theoretically.
So you think they will, or maybe not quite as long, maybe somewhere in the middle. I don't know.
I don't think
maybe it depends on the course.
Are going to change their course at all. Like, I don't think they would shrink their course or shrink, but like
bring it back to what it was like 10 years ago.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I kind of hope they don't.
I think it would just make no sense from their standpoint. Like, why would they spend money to make their course shorter when?
I think it's more expensive to expand, though.
Yeah, but then you still have to do construction on it.
Well, no, because they always have the forward tees. Because they have members playing.
You're just saying,
I guess they could. That's one way of doing it. I guess you probably do other ways. But
yeah, I guess I never thought about that. I think about how easy it is to move a team marker.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they would.
Yeah, or maybe not all of them, or some of them will have other. They'll all kind of do their own variation, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I was kind of thinking about that. Like, you would think, just off the top of your head, like the whole reason for the rollback.
Was the first year of 2028 was the rollback?
That sounds right.
Yeah, the year of the Olympics too. I don't want to go to the Olympics anymore.
Yeah, you made a whole deal about it.
We made a pact, man. We're going.
All right, let's so 10th playing at Royal Troon. 10th time the Open Championship's been at Royal Troon. Last in 2016 when Henrik Stenson really outdueled Phil Mickelson. He really balled out. I think he finished 20 under, beat Phil by 3. I think the next closest after that was like 8. I think weather had a big play in that. I think they got off at a better window, so the weather less impacted them. So I think that's part of the reason for that. I think 156 player field, top 70 and ties making the cut. This really is like the true links test, like almost all Open Championships are. Whereas like the Renaissance last week was like kind of more tree lined. It was like kind of like half links style, half not. This is gonna be true links, ocean lined golf course here. So it's going to be fun. I think some of the players I mentioned on last week that maybe Renaissance gave him a bit of a preview, maybe adjusted a little bit, whereas Valderrama could have been I didn't think it would be a good test or warm-up for the Open for the LIV guys, but I think it might have been because there was a lot more wind. You saw the scores on LIV were a lot lower.
Correct.
So maybe that, because there's going to be some weather here this week at Royal Troon. So maybe that was a bit of a helpful warm-up for the LIV guys. So we'll see. But, yeah, I think it'll be fun. It'll be cool to see a different kind of golf course than what we're used to, the rest of the year. What do you got?
Well, the current favorite is not Brian Harman.
Yeah, he's not.
It's Scottie Scheffler at plus 450, followed by Rory I saw last at plus 850. We already talked about the purse being $17 million. Tiger's coming out again saying that he feels like every major, I feel like when he comes out, he says he feels better than the last one.
It did look like, I know Dan Rappaport tweeted about it, that he does look like skinnier. So I don't know what that means, but I don't think it's typically a bad thing.
It could be his new Sunday Red weather collection they just dropped today.
Oh yeah,
could be. That is not a sponsor. But yeah, I don't know.
I did thought it was interesting. I saw Tiger. I think he was like 200-1. Phil was 400-1. Phil shouldn't be double the odds of Tiger.
No, there's I pulled up some of these odds. I was thinking that to myself, like, can you imagine playing all year round and still having worse odds to win than Tiger Woods, who only plays like a couple times a year? And some of them on here were like kind of laughable. So let's see. I got.
You're gonna have a lot of the DP World Tour guys, I'm sure, down there.
Yeah. So he has better odds. Well, tied odds with Matthew Pavon. Tied odds with Ricky Fowler. Ties with Kurt Kitayama. Maverick McNeely has worse odds. Eric Cole has worse odds. JT Pawson has worse odds. CT Pan.
Yeah, that's just kind of disrespectful. I don't know. Maybe
I'm
assuming it's like the books, like trying to balance like their books as far as Chris Kirk. Yeah, like I think it's the books trying to balance like protect themselves a little bit, I guess, but still kind of
Gary Woodland.
Woodland.
Yeah, there's Adam Schenk has worse odds.
Yeah, another note I had here I saw from Justin Ray on Twitter. So American players have won each of the first 3 majors of 2024. There has not been an American season sweep in majors in a year where all 4 were played since 1982. So we haven't had an American sweep since 1982.
Interesting.
Where all 4 were played, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if we can make that happen.
Well, my prediction is not for it.
Oh, really?
So,
mine is.
I am going Rory this week.
Rory. He bounced back. We saw him last week for the first time since the U.S. Open. So, yeah, played well.
T4 last week, and he played, again, that's not the same course, but the same tournament last year. He finished T6. I liked his comments today during media day with in regards to him taking time off. He said he went and explored New York a little bit, and
I thought he went straight to Scotland.
Huh?
I thought he went or Ireland.
I don't know. Someone said he went to New York. That was one of the comments in there. That's what that's a mistake.
It's not where I would go to unwind.
Well, he just said he was just walking and he was like, I literally don't care. Like he's just like, I missed the putt. Like it is what it is. Like, he just walked it off. Like he didn't. I don't know. I didn't. I liked his comments about it. He just moved on. He's not sulking on it. Obviously, he played well last week.
Yeah.
So I think this is as good as time as ever to be able to secure another major win for him. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long drought.
I did see he in the press conference. I think it was today or yesterday. He had to change his phone number after the U.S. Open because he was getting so many texts from media members about I just get press. What's it called the press conference after the tournament,
yeah.
And so he just got a new phone number, and he apparently got a text on his old phone from Tiger, and apparently just ghosted Tiger because he got a new phone. He didn't see it, So he's like, "Oh, sorry, got a new phone,
new phone,
who dis?" Yeah. So yeah, he ghosted Tiger a little bit. Had to apologize for that, I guess.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I think I'd like to see him win. Like whenever I saw him Bryson down the stretch at U.S. Open, I was like, I don't even know who to root for more.
Yeah.
But it was. Yeah, I'd like to see him win. It'd be cool. Maybe he means more over at the Open Championship. I don't know if he cares about that or not. But, yeah, it'd be cool. I'm just repeating my pick last week, actually. I felt good about it. I'm going Morikawa. He was right there. He was playing really well. He's been playing well for a while now, since the Masters, really. And he's won an Open Championship before, even though he hasn't done super well overall in them outside of that win. He's played well last week at, somewhat of a link style there. Has won an Open before. So I like it. He's been knocking on the door for a while. I think he can get it done. Mr. Morikawa. I almost he was one of my almost hits for Betting Corner last week, but didn't quite get it done.
All right. Betting corner. Nothing last week?
I didn't know. Yeah, Mr. Fleetwood ruined my top 20 parlay. I had Tom Kim. He got the top 20 like I needed, but Fleetwood did not. And usually Fleetwood's good for like a Sunday round to like get in there.
Yeah.
And he did not come through on Sunday this time, of course. But no, that I had Aubert. He failed as well, so I almost had a couple of hits, but didn't get it.
I had plus 10 units, so not much. I had like a 6-way tie with Morikawa for top 5.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So that got me a whopping 4 units. And then I had Aaron Rai top 10. He finished T4th. So that was a solid pickup. So I at least went a little positive. So current standings, you're plus 65. I'm minus 132.
Tight with not a whole lot left here.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could almost do like 2 next year starting over. Have like betting corner each week.
Mm-hmm.
But what about like the beginning of the year? We pick like a season-long team. Whoever has most money won.
Okay, I like it.
Something like that. Or maybe like change each month, or maybe like you can like adjust your team. However, I don't know. No, maybe a month like too frequent. I don't know. Something like that though.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Earlier in the season, I'm just gonna draft all the no names who play all the early tournaments.
That's the thing, yeah. Like you gotta figure out who's playing tournaments. We'll have to see who's qualified for the signatures, all that. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I think that'd be kind of fun. But I guess we can get straight ready for
let's do it.
This week's betting corner here.
You got 5 picks?
Yeah, let's do it here. I'll let you go first. I did a lot of reading last week. You can,
right.
You can do it.
So I'm going. I don't think I went to him all year. So I'm going Sam Burns this week. A top 20 finish, plus 360, 22 units. He's been kind of all over the place this season, and I don't know, this was truly a feel. It just spoke to me when I saw his name come across. I like the odds for a top 20 finish. He'll surprise us. I have some good feeling on it.
Okay, we'll see. Sam Burns, Burnsy boy.
Burns.
I'm literally copy and pasting my parlay from last week. I like it. I like it a lot. It kind of sort of almost hit. Fleetwood wasn't too far out. Tom Kim, Tommy Fleetwood, both top 20. But I'm including ties this time.
Mm-hmm.
Including ties, plus 407. Pretty similar odds as last week as well. 18 units. I think Tom Kim has played well at the Scottish before. He's played well at an Open Championship before, even though it's different courses. Fleetwood loves links golf. Has won many times on the DP World Tour, but never PGA, like we've mentioned a lot. He's played well in all majors. He's played well in this major in particular. And I'm not betting to win. I'm never betting Tommy to ever win again. But a top 20, sure, we can do that. So I like both those. Copy and paste from last week.
That's good. What's that saying? If it ain't broke,
you need to adjust it.
Yeah, don't fix it. I'm going Aaron Rai as my next pick.
Yeah.
Top 10 finish, plus 500, 17 units. This dude, he's had a stellar last few months.
Yeah, at least a month.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see, and he even stacked up against some more bigger names last week. So it's not like he's just playing well in some of these smaller events. So I'm hoping he just rides the energy he's on right now into a top 10 finish this week.
Yeah, I mean his finishes speak for themselves for the last, at least like you said, at least a month, I think, from what I can remember, maybe longer than that.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. So okay, I'm going with a name we haven't heard in a minute. I just read him though, but we haven't bet on him in a minute. Louis Oosthuizen. Mm-hmm. I'm going top 10, including ties.
Yeah,
top 10 including ties, plus 450. 20 units. Yeah, he just like I said, I just read his name. He was a T4 this past week at Valderrama. He has won an Open Championship before, even though it was a few years ago. He's won one before, so he can play in the link style, and he's been good in majors. Not really super recently, but like when he was more in his prime, like 5 years ago, he was really good in the majors. Yeah. I think he can shock the world at the top 10 this week for sure. And
I remember watching him at the Masters with his UPS sponsor.
Yeah.
I remember watching that. But that's a good pick.
I like Louis. Yeah. That's a plus 450 for a top 10 with ties.
All right. Well, I went over to LIV my next pick as well. Actually, my next 2 picks. I have Joaquin Niemann. So I'm hoping he's had obviously a pretty good year on LIV. Hasn't translated over to the major finishes.
I don't think he had a top 20 yet. He didn't play in U.S. Open.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I'm thinking, this is as good a time as it ever could be for Niemann to come in for a top 10 finish plus 450, 19 units. Joaquin. So.
Okay. Man, looking at this, I already regret it, but I'm keeping it. I think he should be able to. He should. I just don't know if he will.
Okay.
Terrible Tony Finau. Top 5.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be complaining about this next week. I already know it. Terrible Tony to top 5 plus 650 is a pretty good number for him. I think there's a lot of like fairway bunkers. I wanted a long hitter like Tony that can clear those bunkers and maybe give yourself some shorter approach shots in. That can maybe if there's wind, you're not as affected by the wind with those shorter approaches. Maybe give you a little better look at birdies. Come in with shorter proximities. So I wanted to get somebody like that, and I like this number at plus 650. Going 16 units, and I'm already gonna go hang the noose here.
I thought my Sam Burns pick was bad. I don't know, man. I look forward to next week when recapping this one for sure.
Yeah, I've bet on Tony.
We all love Tony.
I've bet on Tony a few times, and every time after, I'm like, oh, why did I do that?
Yeah. All right. Sticking with a LIV pick here. Sticking with someone that's been playing pretty well lately. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Pretty well on LIV Hatton.
Yes. Tyrrell Hatton, top 10 finish, plus 260, 25 units. He was my dump of my rest of my units right here. So I like it. He's, like I said, he's been playing well. He had a good finish somewhere. Masters. He had a good finish.
Masters. He had, well, I think U.S. Open. Was he played well at U.S. Open?
Don't remember now.
I want to say at one of the other majors he had a good finish.
Two of the majors I know for. I don't think the PGA was one of them. I think it was the Masters and the U.S. Open that he had those two nice finishes. So I'm liking the year he's been having so far.
Solo third last week.
And again, just on the top 10 finish. That's what I'm looking for this week. So.
Okay. All right, Tyrrell. Let's hope he doesn't get too.
Hopefully it's not Bryson is the only one in the top 10 for LIV.
We'll see. I'm going my next shotgun round. I'm going a couple lives here. I'm going Rahm outright. Yeah, he's had great LIV finishes. Just not made majors. So we'll see. Top 10 last.
As long as there's no drones. Well, he should.
No, get the drones out of here. But John Rahm 24-1 is a pretty good number for him. And I think he's over that injury he had that got him out of that LIV event. And out of the U.S. Open as well, so I think he showed that he's kind of back from that. And it's this is his last chance to really prove on the big stage this year, to kind of prove
even
that
more
he's
pressure's
still,
on.
Yeah, he's still one of the top dogs. So this is his last chance to kind of prove that outside of LIV. So I think he's gonna have some. He's gotta show the world that he's not gone. That the money didn't get to him. So we'll see. See on that. I got 10 units on that one at 2,400. I got Aubert. I'm going back to Aubert as one of my picks here. 16-1, 12 units on that one. He's played well in at least the Masters. I don't remember the other majors exactly. I think he was at one of the final few pairings at the PGA, but it kind of lost it on Sunday. His Sunday's just been bad overall in the last couple months. Like we mentioned it last week. He kind of fell out. I think he's I don't think he's broke 70 in the last month on Sundays. So
he also holds the most rounds this season under
66 or something like that.
Something
like
low.
More like 2 or 3 more than Scottie, I think, which is kind of crazy. So you just got to improve on Sundays, which obviously is easy to say, but he's right there. So I'm going Aubert 16-1, 12 units, and then final I'm going with you. I'm going Hatton. He's at 25-1. I'm putting a sprinkle of 10 units on Hatton outright as well. He's been playing well, and I don't know. I didn't really look into how he was doing on Linksish, but you'd think coming from England, he's from England. You'd think it would fit well. Like Matt Fitzpatrick is from England. Obviously, you'd think it would fit well, but he hasn't done well
I looked at Fitzpatrick for this week's betting corner, and I went against it.
Yeah, you'd think he would do well from there, but not every. Obviously, it's easy to say
His one major was from
U.S. Open, yeah. So yeah, he's not everybody. He's from England, obviously. He's gonna do well in that format. Maybe it's a small sample size thing. Who knows? But I do think Hatton has a chance. So I like the number at 25-1 for 10 units.
All right, my last one is double chance Rory Bryson. Two guys that came down to the final at the U.S. Open, plus 500 for the double chance 17 units. So obviously it's the Rory piece that I like, but does Bryson go back to back?
Go back to back.
He's been playing pretty decent still in LIV, like right around top 10 finishes. Nothing crazy,
number
crazy.
ninth, solo ninth.
But can he go back to back?
I don't know
if this is going to be
how well. Again,
course.
nobody thought his game translated to Augusta well, and he obviously had a good finish this past year there and proved everybody wrong. I don't think his game you would think fits well for links, but again, he's proved us wrong on that kind of thing before this year. So we'll see. But my last pick, nobody has Scottie. What are we doing wrong?
The odds are just horrible.
Yeah, I'm going Colin, 17-1, 14 units. For Colin, I already mentioned why, and I got done with my picks, and I was like, man, Scottie, it's hard to get him in. You can, but it's hard. Yeah, with the 4.5-1 plus 450 is hard.
Yeah.
Hard to just lay. So you gotta get creative for how you're gonna do it. Like add him to a parlay or something like that.
Yeah.
I just didn't do it. So
I
might. It's hard to live bet too because the time change. It starts like 10:30 our time, I think. Wednesday night is the first tee time. So is the first tee time. Yeah. But if you want to like maybe try and I've said this before, but it never works out. Like if he bogeys the first hole, bet him because the odds will probably move a little bit, probably not a lot. So if you're up at that time and he does, but he never does. Sometimes I'll look for it and he just like birdies it or something. So odds don't get worse. So it's like kind of praying, hoping a prayer there, but yeah, that's maybe what you can do if you want to do that.
All right.
That all we got?
That's it.
All right. That was episode, number 93. We will be back next week with the review, obviously. And then it's, that's the final major. And we're racing to the FedEx Cup and President's Cup after that as well. So we're at the home stretch here. So make sure you tell your friends about Cactus Golf Podcast, Cactus Golf Club. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and see you next week.
Peace.